Hey everybody, welcome to the show. I'm Joe, and today we're going to be taking a look at chickens on the homestead in the winter. To be honest, it's a lot easier than you probably think it is, and if you haven't raised chickens before, this will just let you know what to expect and, how we do things here. We're jumping in with Mark from Baker's Green Acres. This is the Anyone Can Farm experience. All right, so we're gonna get to the chickens in just a second. Mark is behind me in the shop, and he just set up this cool new shop specifically for woodworking. So we're just gonna check that out real quick. Window done. All right, let's go look at some chickens.
Hey! It's cold in the wintertime.
So what's the point of throwing straw out here?
Well, they don't like to be on snow. They don't see it as a legitimate place for them to walk. So if I put straw out, then they'll go over onto it, and then they'll throw it around, they'll dig through it, see if they can find any grains or anything like that. And it gives them something to do, but it also builds the layer of organic material in here. So, if we're adding chicken manure in here all the time, it'll get kind of out of balance. So we have to add carbon in here as well, and then in the spring, or maybe sometime in the summer, I can get in here and I can till this all up, and it just gives them a better environment to be in. It gets air into the soil so the bacteria can take off and really start building soil in here. One of the things about keeping chickens in the north like this is people feel like, well, they lay in the spring and summer, but then they don't lay in the winter. And so people make the assumption that, well, if I can duplicate the light and the heat of summer, then I can get the chickens to lay. That is somewhat true, but if you weigh out the amount of money that you're going to spend on electricity, and if they're laying, you got to continue with the high quality feed. So you're going to be, if you cost out that dozen of eggs that you're producing in the wintertime, not going to be effective at all, right?
All right, so you don't rely on your chickens to lay at all through the winter because you're able to preserve the eggs through the winter.
Correct.
Okay, so no heat lamps, nothing like that.
Nope. So we don't have to expend any energy. We keep the eggs. We start collecting them in the spring when the grass gets green, because the yolks, the really yellow, deep yellow yolks from grass-fed hens seem to preserve the best, in my experience. We start preserving them, add lime water through the bucket, and then store them in the basement until we need them in the winter.
Up to...
This bucket closed in July.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, 7 months, 8 months.
Right on. And when spring rolls around and we start getting eggs, we're going to do a full video on this, so wait for that. That you do need to water them through the winter. They can't just rely on snow. So.
Yeah, for sure. They got to have water. There's a couple ways to do it. You could run a wire out, an extension cord, and you could have a heater, like a bird bath heater, in a bowl, and keep it from thawing like that. But you still have to bring water out. In the wintertime, you're not going to be able to run a hose out here, obviously. So if you're coming out every day to bring them water, you might as well just put your water in a bowl like this. This one had some milk in it this morning. That's what that is, some old milk. But this is real pliable rubber, and one of my kids is charged with bringing water out to him every day, so he brings out a little bit of warm water. We'll take this tip it over and step on it and knock the ice out of it. You could see the ice that's out here. And then fill it up with water. The chickens seem to get their fill of water in a short period of time, and then they don't really require it the rest of the day, especially if they're not making eggs in the wintertime. Well, in cold weather, the chickens definitely benefit from having a place where they're out of the wind, right? That's one thing that will cool them down a little bit further than they can tolerate. So these guys are out now in the sunlight and picking around through that straw that I put down for them. But when the sun goes down, or just before, they'll go in. But they do that in the summertime as well.
And you guys don't do anything with heating?
No.
It's just strictly a place where the snow's not falling on them,
Yeah.
and they're not in direct wind.
They're not in the wind, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. They
Yeah.
fluff up really big when it's cold.
They do.
They fluff up like a bird.
Yeah.
All right, there you go, guys. A nice quick one for you. Very easy. It's nice to see how somebody else does it, and then you know you can do it too. If you have any other questions relating to chickens on the homestead, cows, beef, anything homestead related, tune in. We go live here 5 nights a week, Monday through Friday at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We will see you there, and we will see you in the next one. Did you think that was the end of the video? It's not the end of the video. We're just getting started.
I can't let you go, baby. I just wanna tell you that. No, 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 no. Yeah. All of my friends say, girl, you better take care. 'Cause that man is trouble, you best beware. And though deep down, I know I might be headed for teardrops. Now that you got me started, I just can't stop. No, no.